Dalia Dippolito, she's the Palm Beach, Florida woman who allegedly hired a cop unknowingly because he was posing as a hitman to kill her husband. And now in her retrial, she is facing 30 years behind bars if she's convicted. And the case went to the jury this morning. Prosecution says Dippolito's own words are what incriminate her.
So I just want to make sure that, this is what you want. All right? So you sure you want to kill this dude?
We really have to.
All right.
It's just, I'd rather be as less, whatever with you.
All right.
So the defense has an argument here. They say that the police were not looking for justice here, that the police instead were looking for some good, dramatic TV.
This case is 100% on the egregious misconduct of the Boynton Beach Police Department and how they used Dalia Dippolito as a pawn to generate good reality TV.
Jason Brody is Michael Dippolito's divorce attorney. Michael would be that husband that might have been dead if that hitman were real, allegedly. He joins me live now from Boynton Beach. Thanks so much for being with me, Jason. So there was this weird thing that happened just before the jury went off to deliberate. It was like a bombshell. People have been following this case, and most people, if not, I would say all people, had no idea that Dalia had a little baby. Did you know about that? Was this a surprise to you? Was this a surprise to her former husband?
Thank you for having me again, Ashley. I appreciate it. To answer your question, there was reports back, I believe back in April, that she had had a baby. There was social media talk about it, so it was widely speculated, and we believe those reports back then to be true, and they are obviously confirmed for everybody today. In closing arguments, albeit not during the case, but in closing arguments, not to separate a mother from her child.
Is that upsetting to your client, to Michael?
Michael wants to move on from this whole thing. This is a 7-year nightmare from him. Enough is enough. She got tried and convicted the first time. Unfortunately, right now, we're going through what appears to be a possibility of a hung jury and dragging this on longer and longer and longer, and a third trial could possibly be on the horizon. I am sure at this point there's a lot of second guessing going on about what could have been done, what should have been done. Monday morning quarterback, as you would say. But what is in the fate of the jury now. It's up to them, and they're pretty deadlocked, and hopefully tomorrow that they can come back and get to the point where they find her guilty.
So Jason just mentioned this, that this mention from the jury, a note came out earlier today saying we are kind of hopelessly not able to come to a unanimous decision on this. The judge said sleep on it. That's the nice way of saying go home, get some rest, come back, give it another go. And then there'll be something called a dynamite charge, really officially called an Allen charge, where he officially tells them they have to go back in and deliberate. Stand by for a second, Jason, if you would. Guys, I want to bring you back into this conversation. David and Joey are still with me. I was really surprised. This is round 2 for the state in trying to convict Dalia on this. But they only had 2 witnesses. And Michael didn't take the stand. Is this will there be regrets? I mean, second guessing later on is always, a famous parlor game, but.
Yeah, well, the answer depends upon what happens in the case, right? What the jury ultimately does. Do they convict or do they not convict? And I think the defense certainly had a very effective strategy, and that strategy was as follows. When you arrest people, you do it because there are just reasons behind it. You don't stage a scene. You don't have it taped by cops. You don't otherwise, get all of the production people out there, and then you use it for purposes of reality TV. I think that's very effective.
I get you. I get you, but you know what? I gotta say, it might have been a production, it might have been a show, but she's on tape saying these things.
She's technically on tape, but when the jury hears about domestic violence and domestic abuse, and then this person goes to the police to say, I've been abused by my boyfriend, then the police turn around and set her up with this. There's something wrong with that. And the defense's arguments resonated with that jury that it could be an abuse of power. So
I think they were saying a lot. Listen, the defense was also saying a lot about, omission of
that's
video.
The issue right there.
And let me sum it up because I got to wrap
That's
up.
the
But
issue.
The defense, in a nutshell, said, look, you're seeing a lot of video and it's ugly, but you're not seeing all of it, like the time she was trying to back out. There's no evidence of that, but they're also saying, well, we have some claims that there were other conversations.
The fact is, actually, there could have and should have been evidence, but it mysteriously doesn't exist.
They need to see the whole video.
We're going to watch it, guys. We are on this. You know what? We've been every day waiting to find out round 2. Could there be a round 3 for Dahlia Dippolito? Stay tuned.